あ。ちょっと待ってね。うん。やってきます。ちょっと今パンを食べてるんでね。
The development you predicted in the Kastner case happened unexpectedly. Please come back immediately.
How can it be unexpected if I have predicted it?
Wow! My friend! Is that you? Poirot, it is I, Book!
これ主人公ですな。ポアロさん。アガサクリスティといえばポアロさん。なかなかねえのか。走れないのか、さすがに。
Poirot, it is I, Book!
ブック。
Poirot! Is it truly you, my friend?
Book, it is indeed me.
What brings you so far from home?
A little affair.
確かに私だよってなかなか。
Affair of the heart?
No, a modest affair of recovering stolen artifacts. But now I am summoned home to England and must leave immediately.
This evening? You travel on the Orient Express, I hope.
I have made no arrangements yet as I just learned that an emergency has arisen and I must return to England immediately.
アガサクリスティの
It will be my pleasure to secure you
なんか
a
ゲーム。
sleeper on the Orient Express.
ゲーム。
If the director of the line insists, I accept with pleasure.
And we'll dine together. For I too depart this afternoon. We'll have plenty of time to catch up. I'll have the hotel transfer our luggage.
結構ね、俺これ楽しみにしてたんだよね。半年前ぐらいに見つけて。で、この間発売されて、10月ぐらいに発売されたのかな。
It is an honor to welcome you aboard. There is absolutely no problem for your pet.
You will ask about his food?
Oh, yes. The Princess Dragomirov would like to know if there is food for
有感情
minors
の
on
餌があ
board.
るか。
Insects, small amphibians, baby rodents.
Baby rodents? Of course, Princess. Don't worry. Your bird will be fed as you demand.
もういかにも悪そうなやつや。
Yes, Clark.
One moment, sir.
Listen to me. Call the police. My train ticket has been stolen.
Stolen? Oh dear. Oh dear.
You travel by the Orient Express, monsieur?
Arbuthnot. Captain Archibald Arbuthnot, formerly British Army, now retired. And
Yeah,
yes,
big is
I'm
it,
taking
what?
the Orient Express to Paris. But what business is that of yours?
My name is Book. I am the director of the line at your service. And perhaps this gentleman could assist you. He is Hercule Poirot.
Oh. But I must make that train.
A train ticket. Yesterday I recovered artifacts worth several millions.
Please, my friend. It's not just any ticket. It's an Orient Express ticket.
Very well, I
スパイ
will
スチケットなんだって。
investigate.
Thank you, Poirot. I will arrange a car to Circuitry Station for us.
お、Y を押してマインドマップを開く。なるほど。別に話しかければいいのか。
How do you know your ticket has been stolen, monsieur?
I put it on a table in my room. I came down here to breakfast, and when I got back, my ticket was gone, and other things were on
そ
the
れはお
floor.
前の
as if
管理
they'd
不
been
足ってやつ
tossed
やなのか。
Alors, monsieur, I suggest we begin in your room. Will you lead the way?
お、ワインド。これのためにこれが必要で、これの結果これがこうなったかっていうことか。操作、寝室、事情聴取、近くの人、調査、違うなどう、あ、これでいいか。
Voilà.
おめでとうって言われた。何がどうおめでとうなんだ。俺どこに行けばいいの。ねえブーちゃん、そんな険しい顔しないでブーちゃん。どこ行けばいいの。なんかみんな優しくなさそう。ホテルトカトリアン。なんかコンドームの入れ物みたい。
The Hotel Tocatlian is a perfect prelude for my journey. The Hotel Tocatlian.
OK。ちょっとお前犯人だろう。逮捕する。どこ行けばいいの。走らんのアガサさん。よう走らんの。走っちゃダメか。ポチッとな。いいね、なんか久しぶりになんかこういう系のゲームするわ。あらお姉さん、眉毛がやばい。一筆書きみたいな眉毛してたな。
Floor, Captain Arbuthnot?
Fourth floor.
Oh, floor.
One mystery solved.
おお、早い。そういう時はね、3階に行くんですよ。
Fourth floor.
The task may be trivial, but I must not let the little grey cells wander.
こっち、しょうがないな。4階ぐらいだったら階段使えよ。
Powers of observation while we wait.
キャラクター分析怒られちゃった。職業は軍人。年、国籍は多分フランス人であったな。退役軍人ってどれぐらいなんだろうな。45ぐらいな。どっちなまりだった？フランスなまりだった？イギリスなまりだった？あう。リプレイ。
Arbuthnot. Captain Archibald
イギリス
Arbuthnot,
だ。
formerly British Army, now retired. And yes, I'm taking the Orient Express to Paris. But what business is that of yours?
はい。ヒントとかいらねえ。これでいいんじゃねえのか。これ70かこいつ。70なわけないな。確認。OK。
That was easy.
素晴らしい。キャラクター分析は特別なワークショップです。完了するとポーズメニューのキャラクタータブに分析されたキャラクターが表示されます。これか。お、ブーちゃん。アーチボルド・アーバスノット。長え名前が。大体4回ぐらい階段で行けよっていう話やな。俺はいかんけど。こう、入れ墨えぐ。入れ墨えぐ。タツえぐ。タツじゃないのこれ。
My room's along here. 411.
411。
In a hotel of this quality? A thief?
スタッフが怪しい。
Come on, don't dawdle.
ああ、怒られる。ごめんね。 ちょっと待って、ちょっと。
It'll be a disaster if I miss that train.
406。405。飯。
Someone has rejected their breakfast.
この追いかけても意味がない。一瞬走れるか、これ。一瞬なんかカメラがグイってなるな。グイグイグイって。今なんか出なかった？コンコンコン。
Go
警
away,
察で
please.
す。
A brief word, sir.
I will give you 2 brief words. Go away.
Monsieur.
I've been traveling all night from New York. Must I call the management?
Oh, no, monsieur.
あ、めっちゃ怒られた。マインドマップ。もう一つの部屋、ちょっと期間とかあるか。ちょっと待ってよ。お前そこでずっと立っとれ。
The room is apparently empty. I will leave it for the moment.
お、ポロピンした。ポロピン。何ら有益な情報を提供してくれなかった。もう嫌われてんな、アガサ。
You have locked the door, monsieur?
ポアロちゃん。
Naturally. This is a foreign country.
You have the key card?
Of course.
We will enter.
これね、ポアロ、名探偵ポアロさ、スマホ持ってんだよね。
With.
結構近代的なお話っぽい。この皿何これ皿じゃないの？皿じゃないの？これタイの部屋？うわ、イケメン。ひげつけたい。
You can never have too many of these.
口ひげを発見した。何これ？収集のやつか。おしっこ漏らしとる。
Water with traces of soap. The water is scented.
ってことはここがいやらしいやつ。これやらしい部屋。シャワー浴びさせてもらえんかな。もらえんか。ダメか。おしっこすげえな。何これ。そう。
Perfume bottle. Empty. Suggestive.
まあこんだけいっぱい入ってそうな香水全部使ったってなるとね、なんかこう夜のお店行く直前みたいな。
Bed is skillfully made.
ベッドは綺麗だけどベッド以外は汚い。
A stamped reservation for the
ボスポラス海峡クルーズの予約表。これはサイントピアシリカ。
Sheet from a tour of Saint Sophia.
面白いよね、こういうの。読めるよ、ちなみに。ちなみに言うと読めるけどね。お、何これ。チンクスでトデイン。
A brochure of
なんて書いてんのこれ。
fascinating
グスタフ
city.
イスタンブールイスタンブール見して。袋閉じのエッチなやつみたい。開けない。何もなし。金目のもの。お、ヒゲゲット。
Golden moustache to tell.
口ひげ集めるってなかなかおもろいな。これはそのスニッカーズっぽいの食おうよ、とりあえず。おもんな。金目のものないおもんな。
A Conspicuous Gallantry Cross for meritorious service in Iraq, yet he only retired as a captain.
ちょっとこれもらおうぜ。もらおうぜ、それ。
Yet he only retired.
もらえないのか。これが
List of travel expenses.
旅行代金
How
のリス
did
ト。
these papers end up on the floor?
金遣いが荒いと。取り立て屋だな、犯人は。お200円ぐらい持ってる。100ドルが、100ドル札が2枚、200ドル。
The wallet is somewhat worn. It contains just over $200 and the usual cards. The wallet is contained.
ちょっとそれ拝借して。拝借しないの。いい子。お、何これ。
This earring, it is not the first time I've seen it, but
ああ、さっきの色っぽいチャンネルがつけてたやつか。パハン分かったぞ。あと1個あんの手がかり。マジかよ。あと1個何？色っぽいチャンネル、さっきの色っぽいチャンネルをなんとかしようとして、色っぽいチャンネルが金持ってんねんな、こいつしけてんなっつって持ってった。あ、窓だ。
floors, it's impossible for a thief to have exited through the window.
どうやって部屋に入ったんだろう。オッケーオッケーオッケー。謎はすべて解けた。
How long
Just
were
a-
you at breakfast, Captain?
Half an hour or so. Just a roll and some coffee.
That's the right answer.
標的だ。上から目線。いくつか面白いものを見つけた。エッチな本、ベッドの下に隠したでしょ。
Why was there an earring in your room?
An earring? A previous guest, I suspect. I don't wear them.
それはお前がつけとったらな、気持
Did
ち
you
悪いよ。
leave the window open?
No. That must be how the thief escaped.
I think not. Unless the thief had wings. The bed is very neatly made, but the corners are not military style.
The price we paid for this hotel? I'm not going to make my own bloody bed.
Interesting pronoun, that. We.
怪しさマウンテンゴリラ。誰かを招き入れた。
This is wrong.
違う違う違
But
う。な
I'm
俺何も
never
してない。何も
far
してな
from
い。
the truth.
シャキーオナゴ。
I must admit I'm not right this time.
オナゴ。
No, 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 not good.
オナゴ。
This is wrong. But I'm
Yeah.
never far.
オナゴ。これか。
I must admit I'm
Chigo.
not right this time.
窓が広く開いてんのは女のせい。
Oh, that is not a good answer. I do not think
間違
that's the
っ
right
て、
answer.
ベッドメイキングがされて、でもこれ関係ねえな。女が一晩過ごした。
No, 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 not good.
これじゃないの？
I must admit, I'm
Iva.
not.
こうか？違う。いや、借金。なるほど。結論付ける。
The wind probably blew the papers on
窓
the
から
floor
入ってきた
as
風に
it
飛ばされ
came
て
in
書類が床に
through
落ちたんだろ
the window. Moreover, the door is closed, and I found an earring on the bedside table. The captain
う。この
invited
ご婦人が
a
犯
woman
人かもしれ
into
ない。
his room. Maybe she is our culprit. I'm right again.
おめでとう。
That happens to me a lot.
こいつでやってほしい。こいつでやってほしい。
I do not think that's the right answer. Think, Poirot. That is not a good answer.
怒られた。
That was easy.
しっかり推理しない人。乗車券は風で机から飛ばされたのだろう。大佐が守ってる女性が乗車券を盗んだ。
Very well. I choose to go this way.
イヤリングについて聞かなければならない。イヤリング対決。イヤリング対決。
Captain Arbuthnot, I have examined your room. Much was revealed, possibly more than you expected. Rest assured, we will soon find your ticket.
It's about bloody time. I have a train to catch.
As do I.
You are traveling on the Orient Express?
We? If you will be good enough to answer a few questions, we may both make our train.
Ask away.
Please give me an account of your movements yesterday.
I spent
So
most of
I'm
my
all
day in
chummy chummy, yeah.
Istanbul, sightseeing. I returned to the hotel as the sun was setting. The desk clerk can confirm I was alone when I picked up my key. I spent the night alone. I had no visitors in my room.
お、対決。
Have you told me the entire truth, Captain Arbuthnot?
Of course. I want you to find my ticket.
There are traces of water and soap on the floor. Unless you enjoy cleaning luxury hotel rooms, someone else has done that for you.
Yes, the chambermaid comes by every morning to clean. Perhaps she is the thief.
The chambermaid leaves the money in his wallet but steals a train ticket instead. I think not. Can you explain the earring I found on the bedside table?
An earring? Yes. Forgive me,
No,
Mr.
we'll see.
Poirot. I had some business correspondence that wanted answering. The hotel provides help for business travelers. They sent up a secretary. I dictated a letter, and she mailed it for me. I hadn't noticed that she had lost an earring.
And when did you invite this secretary? This woman may be the thief we are looking for.
That was yesterday evening. My ticket was still there when I went down to breakfast. She can't have taken it.
I see. Never mind. It is easily checked. And there was no other person in your room?
No, I swear there wasn't.
Ah, well, never mind. If it is not her, there is only one option left.
Fine. Please finish your job quickly. I'll be downstairs in the lobby.
こいつ部屋開けっぱなしで降りていっていいのかな。開けっぱだけど。ってことは、このベッドの下とかに落ちてんじゃないの？エロ本みたいな感じで。フロント係に行かず。 すげえな、結構ヘッドホンで聞いてるとちゃんと右左から話し声が聞こえるわ。ただ走れよって思う、ポワロさん。あ、ブーちゃんいない。
Pardon,
ス
monsieur.
ケジュール。
May I inquire when the staff begins cleaning the rooms?
Every morning at breakfast time, sir. After making certain there are no guests in the room, of course.
May I speak with the chambermaid who cleaned room 411 this morning?
I hope you don't think that one of our staff stole the ticket.
No. You do not distress yourself. We seek only information.
No.
I will summon her at once.
Oh, I'd ask her to bring her laundry cart.
壁で飛んだ説なんだよ、おばちゃん犯人じゃねえのかよ。ちょっと待ってね。乗客係。乗客係はどこだ？あれか。おばちゃんちょっと先に調べさせてもらうよ。
Poirot is not going to touch the dirty laundry. Do not
自
be
分
frightened.
じゃ触らないんだ。
Did you clean room 411 this morning?
Room 411? Yes, that is one of mine.
Did you see a ticket on the desk when you entered the room?
I'm sorry, I didn't notice a ticket. There was a wallet, but of course I did not touch it.
Did you open the window?
Yes, we always air the rooms. Oh, but I forgot to close the window. While I was making the bed, the person from next door was pounding on the wall. I wondered if he needed assistance. I tossed the dirty sheets in my cart, quickly finished mopping, and went to see, but it
あ
was
あ、
not
犯人だ。
I'm afraid I left the window open. I'm so sorry.
A window left open, papers scattered on the floor. The chambermaid cleaning the room. I believe I can now visualize
確かにす
what
ごい掃除のおばちゃん感あるね。いそうだよな。
Poirot is not
シーンの再現。なるほど。まずババアが窓を開ける。風が飛ぶ。あ、違うわ。最初にこれだ。こうしてこうする。で風で飛ぶ。こう来てこうか。確認。あーいい頭いいもの。
Not let me down.
なるほどね。おもろいじゃないか。先に見つけたればいいのにな。お大佐どこだ。大佐電話しとる場合じゃないぞお前。お前のせいだぞ。違かったー。人違い。大佐どこにおる？あ、いた。めっちゃ不審。
Mademoiselle, would you be so kind as to look in the sheets from room 411?
あらやだ。こんなところに。
And so the missing train ticket completes its strange journey. An open window, a laundry cart, and an annoying neighbor. But chance is the only guilty party in this dark mystery.
Mr. Poirot, I apologize. I believe my concern got the better of me, and I forgot myself. Thank you.
もう
It
ババア
was
には
a
怒らないん
case
だ。
of
ババア
great
ちっちゃった。
magnitude. I'm glad I was up to the challenge.
あーどや
And
ー
that, I think,
あーどやーどやーしてる。ポアロどやー。お、ブーちゃん待ってるよ。ブーちゃんお
Our
待た
bags
せ。
are all packed. I have my ticket and papers. If you give me yours,
I'll hang on to
おも
mine.
ろいな。
but as your secretary,
As my secretary, you see to the bags, Hector.
yes, yes, sir.
That man, I have a curious impression of him, as if I were observing a wild animal, uncaged.
じゃあちょっと逮捕させてもらっていいですか。ちょっと手荷物検査と逮捕に、怪しいんであんた。無理か。ちょっと一発殴ってもらっていいですか。公務執行妨害でちょっと引っ張りたいんですけど。無理かい。
We must leave for the station. Our bags are in the taxi. Did you find the ticket?
It was a case most difficult, but somehow Hercule Poirot managed.
I knew you could do it. Now we can sit back and enjoy a relaxing train ride.
いいね。なんかチュートリアルって感じじゃん。さあこっからが本題ですか。
You are in luck, Poirot. Of course, no journey on this train is ever ordinary, but this is a special occasion. To celebrate the 140 years of the Orient Express, the engine will be none other than the splendid Pacific 231G558. There she is, Poirot.
スマホとか持ってんのにこういう機関車が走っていいのか。
My eyes fill with tears of pride. It is time we were aboard, my friend. Follow me. The wagon-lit conductor, Pierre Michel, will direct you to your compartment.
Lead the way, Book.
先にどう
Built
ぞ。
in France
ブ
in
ークが
1922 by the
Boucha.
compagnie Batignolles-Châtillon.
ブーちゃんめっちゃ
Time
喋
of
って
its
る。
purchase by the SNCF in 1938,
もうど
it
や
could
ど
reach
やりながら
speeds
走ってる。
up to 130 kilometers per hour.
どやりながら走ってる。
Wait until you see. It is
ボクせ
like
よ。
traveling back in time. Today the train is limited to 100 kilometers per hour. I assure you, that will be more than fast enough to get you to Paris in time for your connection to London. In the meantime, you will bask in the magic that is the Orient
遅えよブーちゃ
Express.
ん。
Good evening, monsieur. Your compartment is number
202.
202. However, I am afraid that all the others are already full.
Fool?
そんな図はね
But how can that be?
It is incredible, monsieur. All the world elects to travel tonight.
All the same, you must find room for this gentleman here.
こいつ
I can exercise my powers of
ただ乗りなん
observation
だ。
while they try to find
い
me
や
a
ポアロさ
He
ん
is
ただ乗
a
りしちゃっ
friend
た
of
んだ。
mine. He can have number 201.
何こ
It
れ。
is taken, monsieur.
What? Number 201?
Yes, monsieur. We are full.
Full
ズ
everywhere.
ームイン。
104.
Notice the young woman from the hotel. She again wishes to watch the old man with his little friend, but not to be seen herself.
イヤリングやろう。ズームイン。
Darling, we have to get aboard.
I know, I know.
ああ、
I
さっ
heard
き
of
の
the
入れ墨
phobia
か。
of fear of flying, but fear of trains?
Now you're making fun of me.
Never, my love. We'll board shortly, once our compartment is ready.
なるほど。こいつらも乗るってことか。お、
Why did you
Okay.
order so much lobster, Hotaru?
My dear Freya, I need it for my specialty.
いや。
Second night. And if the lobster a la mori isn't fresh, the passengers
ロ
will
ブスター
know.
の穴
We
盛
don't
り
have
だっ
enough
て。
space for my desserts. Tonight, molten chocolate cake. Tomorrow, my specialty.
That is not my concern. They will not have room for them anywhere.
Serve your lobster tonight.
Chicken a la mori must be the first night dish for the
あらも
travelers.
あら盛り
It
好き
is
なんだな。
easier to digest
Ugh, you really are the egomaniac everyone says you are.
いや、そ
I
れは身
have
勝手だ
every
な。
reason to be. I am the engine. You are just the caboose.
こっちは車掌なんだ。でこっちは食事のおっさんなわけね。シェフね。こっちの方が気になるよね。この感じ。ねえ。こいつより絶対こっちだよな。
Is everything aboard the train, Hector?
In your compartment, Mr. Ratchet. I'm having them disinfect the room again as you instructed. I also got a call from the Indians. The sale is going through as you expected.
There was never any doubt. No other phone calls, Hector? From Geneva or Venice?
No, sir. Who were you expecting?
Never you mind. Check our tickets. We're not going in until everything is confirmed.
The young man seems quite agreeable, but the other, the older man is something quite different.
パワハラじじい。あれは iPhone ですか？ iPhone ですかこれ。iPhone じゃないみたいですね。お。
Mary.
Not now. Not now.
あ、半分しか見えない。
When it's behind us, then.
あー、いやらしい。あー、やっちゃってんな、これ。
Poirot, I am mortified.
パイやっちゃってん
The
な。
140th anniversary, perhaps, but such a plague of passengers.
乗客の議論。レベル高いね。この若い男は年配の男性とどのような彼の顧客、顧客じゃない、違う。
Is everything aboard
秘書か。この女性は列車への乗車が嫌い。この女性は今どんな気持ちなんだろうか。
Mary.
Not now. Not now. When it's all over, when it's behind us, then.
今はダメ。
No, 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 not good.
Mary.
Not now.
心配している。シェフが2人いる。
Yes.
この女性が見ているのは誰だろう。こっちか。
Wrong. But I'm never far from the truth. Notice the young woman from the... No, 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 not good. Notice the young woman from the hotel.
おっさん2人見てた。角度的に違くない？
I'm right again. That happens to me a lot.
はーい、飯、美味しいもん食ってきてください。
Poirot, we have a solution. A gentleman has not yet come.
An Englishman, Monsieur Harris.
A name of good omen.
It is already time to leave. What do I care for Mr. Harris?
As Monsieur pleases. I had your things sent straight to your compartment. Unfortunately, you will be with another traveler.
No.
Only for the first night. It cannot be helped.
I will survive, mon ami.
Monsieur Book, we can't find enough space in the kitchen refrigerator to store all of my ingredients.
How is it possible?
His recipes are extravagant. We need to leave something on the platform.
If my lobsters don't go, I don't go.
And have the passengers on the Orient Express go hungry? Never.
すごい揉め
Must
方
I
だな。
intervene? The problem is unworthy of Poirot. But I do not intend to starve on the most luxurious train in the world.
ちょっと俺がなだめてやるわ。
Thank you for coming to help us.
It is impossible to fit everything into the gallery's refrigerator. Obviously, my entree are more important than dessert.
If Mr. Mori delays his lobsters for a day or two, we can restock at another station.
Delay? You ask me to delay? Leia?
Calm yourself, my friend. I'm sure we can find a solution. Is that a diagram of the refrigerator?
お、これパズルか？
Yes, he refuses to look at it.
部 何人なの？知らんけど、パティシエ。
I must admit I'm not right this time.
ちゃうか、スペイン人ちゃうか。アメリカ人。27歳。ちゃうか。正解。
That was easy.
だいぶイージーじゃねえけどな。顔見ただけで27歳ってわかるわけがない。お、来たー。パズル来たー。こういうのは角から埋めていきましょう。で、くるくる回せないのか。くるくる回せないのか。それはちょっと聞いてないな。くるくる回せよ。ちょっと待って、これ置いて。意外とこれメンディーな。こうか。くるくる回せよな。こうか。ちゃうな。ちゃうな。こうだな。こうか。こうして違うな。これくるくる回らんのか。違うな。っていうことは全部一回とりあえずむずっ。こうでああダメだ。角が取れるものこうして下角がないからこっちか。で上角が取れるものこれか。でこうか。回せないのがいかんな。違うな。違う。考えろ。むずっ。まず上の角が取れるのはこれとこれでこれか。で形的にはまりそうなのがこれかこっちか。こうだな。 でカードが取れそうなのはこうして、あう、なんでこれは合ってるだろう。あれ、あれ、こんな形じゃなかったよね。あ、こっちだ。めんどくさい。こうしてこうしてこうか。でもう何これ、こうしてこうしてこうで、これをこうして、これがこう来て、こうなって、入らんか。これじゃダメなのか。じゃあ下角を取ってみよう。こいつが邪魔なんだな。中途半端なとこに置いてみる。はまらんし。むずない？そしたらこいつだな。こいつを真ん中に置いてみる。真ん中じゃダメか。とりあえずここ置いて、こうなったらダメだよ。これとこれがまず噛み合わない。こういう風でしか噛み合わない。こうか。だからでこうかになるから、でこれがこう来る。これを一列下げてみよう。いやー、むずし。もうヒントちょうだい。カードを。これしか思いつかないんだよな。ちょっとこいつ置いて、 おお、できるか。うわー、来たー。来たー。来たー。
You saved tomorrow night's dinner.
来
Mr.
た
Poor,
ー。
I will reserve the finest lobster just for you.
I look forward to it, monsieur.
天才、
And to the
天才。
dessert, mademoiselle.
Hopefully, that will be the last mystery you face on our journey, my dear Poirot. Your compartment for tonight only is at the back of the second-class carriage, number 102.
運
Tomorrow,
動車なんだ。
you move to a private compartment.
自分の部屋を見つける。
Silkeji Railway Station
シルケジ
is a
駅。
splendid achievement. I believe it originally dates back to the 1870s. The first Orient Express left from here.
ちょめっちゃ近い。乗り遅れんかなこいつ。うろうろしてて乗り遅れたりしないかな。お、なんかある。
My friend Book did not lie. His train is a beautiful machine.
へえ。よし、乗るべ。
Welcome, Monsieur Poirot. I apologize for the delay.
Thank you, Monsieur Michel. I am delighted you could accommodate me.
乗るべ。乗る。乗ったらすぐ閉められる。俺の部屋、WC。
Wrong compartment. I need to find number
102じゃないのか。
These first-class rooms are very spacious and luxurious.
すごっ。いいね。もたれかかる。
Wrong compartment.
Pardon me?
Oh, my apologies.
もたれかかりすぎ。
Wrong compartment. Wrong compartment.
2トイレ。イケメン。この鏡見づらそうでも映らない。俺は映らない。狭い。よし。お、さっきのババア。
This lady has a style of her own, eccentric but chic.
我の部屋。
Wrong compartment.
そう。おお、待ってる。
Excuse me, I think you made a mistake.
You are Mr. Harris?
No, my name is McQueen. There is no other berth on the train, monsieur. All is arranged. Yours is the upper berth. We start in 1 minute. The train's remarkably full. En voiture! Listen, sir, if you'd rather have the lower berth, easier and all that, well, that's all
いい
right
や
by
つ
me.
か。
No, you are too amiable. It is for one night only at Belgrade.
Oh, I see. You're getting out at Belgrade.
Not exactly.
突然のムービー。 いやー、オリエント急行殺人事件バシッとかいポコン。いいね。なんか久しぶりになんかこういう系のゲームする感じする。本当に昔のポートピア連続殺人事件みたいな。オホーツクに9もこういうタイトルの出し方してたよな。
Ladies and gentlemen, dinner is served. You may join the rest of the passengers in the dining car.
ラウンジか。一曲弾かせてもらっていいか。弾かれんか。
Excuse me, monsieur. Pierre asked me to inform you that a passenger left us, so his room is yours. Monsieur Bouc instructed that your things be transferred to room 202 during dinner. You will be more comfortable in first class.
It is true what you say. Thank you,
Mr. Fauché, monsieur.
Where will my new compartment be?
Room 202 is at the far end of the previous car.
I see, thank you. What is your position on the Orient Express?
I manage the bar car, and I also do the restaurant car service.
Well, then do not let me keep you. Lobster tonight, isn't it?
Yes, indeed.
I'll leave you to it then.
See you soon, monsieur.
お、なんか知らんけど漁るやつ。すぐトイレ入るやつ。すぐいろんなとこ開けて回るやつ。レストラント。しかと。
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
そう喋れんか。
Please, my friend, join me. I have taken the liberty of ordering you your lobster.
Thank you. It appears our fellow passengers are all gathered here again tonight.
Ah. If I had but the pen of a Balzac, I would depict the scene.
Oh, it is an idea, that.
Ah, you agree. It has not been done, I think. And yet, it lends itself to romance, my friend. All around us are people of all classes, of all nationalities, of all ages. For 3 days, these people, these strangers to one another, are brought together. They sleep and eat under one roof. They cannot get away from each other. At the end of the journey, they part. They go their several ways, never perhaps to see each other again.
Certainly it interests us, inviting us to watch and wonder about their lives.
Ah, I know you, my friend. Even now, your mind, it is at work. Let us test it. For example,
試されとるわ。
what do you make of those two?
I was visiting my daughter. She works at the American Embassy in Istanbul. I told her she'd never find a husband there. Since I wanted to see Paris on my way home, she told me I should take this high-class train. I can't wait to see Paris. It looks beautiful in the movies, but it couldn't be more beautiful than Schenectady in the good old US of A. That's where I'm living now. And you, Miss Debenham, was it? Where do you hail from?
I was born in the UK.
Oh, that's in England, isn't it? What do you do for a living?
I teach English to children in other countries.
I see. Oh, I wish I spoke a foreign language. My daughter speaks several languages. Let me tell you about her work. It's very important.
うわ、超めんどくせえ。イギリス人で、 英語教師。年いくつだろうな、40ぐらいかな。いい世界。
That's the right answer.
There is much you can learn about someone just by observing them and listening. For example, that lady is reserved. She reveals little. She is self-contained. Some secret prompts her to allow her dinner companion to carry the conversation. I confess, in this case, what I witnessed in Istanbul suggests more, but I will respect her privacy.
You will always amaze me.
Oh.
Mamma mia.
Mamma
You can
mia.
feel the power of engine. We climb into the mountains with ease. I know something about the power, and this baby has it in spades.
There's something special about a train. I'll give you that. I sell toys, and model trains are one of our biggest items. And not just for children either.
You sell model cars too?
Sure, but give me a train any day.
Oh, my friend. What do you have against the cars? Now I work at Fortuna in Italy as a spokesperson. We are producing the next generation of electric cars, the Fortuna Firenze. Like the city, it is beautiful. We got the competitors looking over their shoulders so much, they're going to hit something.
Didn't mean to be insulting. It's just that there's something magical about a train.
スペイン人マンマミーやってたからね。広報担当。これ19歳なわけねえな。これで35はない。どうか。まあ35。違う。
That is not a good answer.
59歳。
No, 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 not good.
マンマミーヤ。あ、イタリアか。マンマミーヤやってた。フォルテュナ社の広報。
The loud gentleman is very competent, a master of his own fate. It is as much in the inflection as it is in the words. He believes in winning, also that he is the one who will win.
You are a magician.
Oh, it is not a parlor trick, my friend. It is simply observation.
盗み聞きの天才ってことかな。お、パティシエね。
My friend, this is one of the best desserts I have ever eaten.
You have always had the sweet tooth.
But this, it is a masterpiece.
マスターピース来た
Can't
よ。
understand how the dessert can be so good. I would love to know what the recipe is.
レシピー。レシピー。レシピー。
I couldn't tell what flavor the ice cream is.
It looks like lemon. Look at the zest.
Yes, I wasn't sure what that was.
お、帰ってきた？何食べた？平和だよ、まだ。まだ一生懸命ね、デザート見てる。これはラズベリーですよ。
It looks like a raspberry.
You have a good eye, Poirot.
で、一番下には
Foundation of the dessert. All else is built upon it. What do you think?
ビスキュイですな。ビスキュイ。土台は何の材料？砕いたビスキュイです。
It looks like crushed biscuits, my friend.
Finally observed, indeed. Poirot, I am embarrassed to ask you a great favor.
My friend, I am on this train due to the great favor you have done me. How
う
may
ど
I
んいい
assist
な。
you?
俺もね、うどん食べようと思ってたんだけど、
If only I had
も
the
う
recipe.
食べる暇ないわ。
Fortunately, the pastry chef, Miss Nielsen, she will guard her secrets. But you, my friend, I am sure you could make her confess.
You wish me to persuade the pastry chef to give up her recipe?
You who are the expert at interrogation.
Look, it is a dessert.
It is the pinnacle of desserts. You, my friend, who, as you say, are on this train, I blush to remind you.
Fine, you win. Again, what wouldn't I do for you, my friend?
Oh, thank you,
こい
Poirot.
つめっちゃ踊らされてるわ、ポアロさん。名探偵ポアロさん。すぐ踊らされて調子乗らされるわ。あんたならできるでって言って。ちょっとくどかしてもらっていいか？
Good evening, mademoiselle.
Good evening, sir. How can I help you?
That was a magnificent dessert you served us tonight. I wanted to tell you personally how much both Monsieur Bouc and I enjoyed it.
Thank you very much, sir.
In fact, it is so good. Monsieur Bouc insists on knowing how you made it.
Oh, sir, I'm sorry. You must know a chef never gives away their recipes. But, well, you helped with the refrigerator, and without space in it for me, there would have been no dessert. Very well. To prepare tonight's dessert, first I melt sugar to make caramel. Then I spread this caramel to make tuile. Between two tuiles, I add a small scoop of lemon ice cream, and I put the whole thing on a strawberry crown.
Poirot, you are suspicious even now.
Oh.
The pastry chef gave up her prized recipe a little too easily. I sense she wasn't entirely
ああ、
honest.
隠してるね。対決。
Thank you for sharing your recipe with me.
チュイールっていうのね、チュイール。チュイーってやっ
You
て
have
る
a
や
good
つ。
eye, Monsieur Poirot. Very well. What fruit do you think I used?
グースベリーってなんだろう。ラズベリーに見せかけたグースベリー。ラズベリー。
You used raspberries, not strawberries. I'm not fooled.
You're right. Mr. Boo, he couldn't tell the difference. Let's move on to the bottom part of the dessert.
My favorite part of the dessert.
First, I melted some butter. I crumbled pieces of chocolate into the butter. Then I placed the mix in a circular mold. Finally, I let the whole thing cool down to let it harden.
ね、グースベリーってなんだろうな。対決。まずバターを溶かしてない。チョコの欠片をバターに混ぜて。めっちゃ嘘つく。マジ嘘つき。こいつ騙されとる。全体を冷やして固くしました。じゃあこの辺は多分合ってんだから、多分こっちのこの2つどっちかじゃないかなと。これか？
The truth cannot hide from Poirot forever.
違うんだ、やっぱ違うんだ。やっぱこの2つで、まずバターかチョコの欠片をバターに混ぜるか。じゃあまずバター。違う。これか。
Certainly not chocolate that you've crumbled.
I see you do have an excellent palate. Do you know what ingredients I used?
ビス
A
キュイだ
clever
よ。
pastry chef might mix crushed biscuits with butter to create this delicious base.
That's it. You're getting closer to the entire recipe.
Closer? I've caught murderers with less difficulty than this.
I'll give you one last challenge. I'm sure you will be able to figure out the order I mix my ingredients in. If you can, you will have earned my recipe.
そこまでしてほしくない。
Solving the murder of Roger Ackroyd was easier than this.
マインドマップ。やったらやないかい。カスタードクリームを作る最初の順番を見つける。バニラは小麦粉を入れる。直前に入れる。卵は最初か最後に加える。これ卵か。これバニラか。オレンジピールは小麦粉より後。ってことは、この辺に置いて、こうして、牛乳と砂糖は連続するように加えない。卵とオレンジピールは、ってことはこれがこう最後だな。で、こういうことだろう。なんだよ、はいはいはい。はいはいはい。はいはいはい。こうだな。で、バニラは小麦粉を入れる直前、 あ、でも牛乳と砂糖は連続するように加えないになってるから。卵とオレンジピールはレシピでは卵とオレンジピール順番が隣り合わせってことは、ここは確定。卵は最初か最後やろ。これ違うんか。砂糖がバニラより後。ああ、なるほど。ってことはこうか。こうか。ライスくん天才。文字が読めなかったおじさん。違うのか。ちょっと待って。バニラは小麦粉を入れる直前に加える。小麦粉を入れる直前に加える。卵は最後。で、オレンジピールは小麦粉より後。砂糖はバニラの後。ってことは、ここがこうか？天才。いやー、天才。はい、俺が解いた。
As promised, my recipe is yours. Give me 5 minutes to write it down for you.
Thank you. I am in your debt.
これなんだろうね。やってる本人と
I can take advantage of this moment to resume my little observations.
なんだろう。これ多分配信しなかったらすぐできるんだろうけど、無理だよね。顎がシャープ。
I'm not used to meals like this.
You do not have good restaurants in Kenya?
Actually, we do. This isn't the
もう失礼なこと言っとんだ
I
こい
did
つ。
not mean to offend.
You didn't like the meal?
The lobster, it was undercooked, and the potatoes were too dry.
I expect, being Princess Dragomirov's assistant, you must be used to eating well.
Cooking is an art. You do not need to wear the chef's hat to be an artist.
What is your favorite dish?
Currywurst.
親
It
子
is
丼。
a specialty of mine.
こいつ何人？ドラグノフ。アーティストでしょ？助手ってすげえアイバウトだな。よし。どうだ？
I do not think that's the right answer. Think, Poirot. That is
Did you
not
enjoy
a
the
good
meal?
answer.
I'm not used to meals like this.
You do not have good restaurants in Kenya?
Actually, we do. This isn't the 1930s.
I did not mean to offend.
You didn't like the meal?
The lobster, it was undercooked, and the potatoes were too dry.
I expect, being Princess Dragomirov's assistant,
疲れてたらか助手か？
Cooking is an art. You do not need to wear the chef's hat to be an artist.
What is your favorite dish?
Currywurst. It is a specialty of mine.
カリブルストだろ？ドイツ人だろ？76ではない。正解。
I'm right again. That
はい、
happens
お
to
め
me
で
a
と
lot.
う。どうや。
I made a lot of progress on the expenses last night, sir. I should be done by tomorrow morning.
You're supposed to be a fast worker, Hector.
Sorry, sir. Working here is not as comfortable as in our office in Boston.
ボストンのオフィスってことはアメリカか。で、秘書。40歳。
Et voilà.
ブラ。やったぜ。
Here you are, sir. My recipe. Please tell Mr. Book he should not expect my recipes for the other desserts.
Thank you very
電
much.
話番号が
I
電話
know
番
he
号
will
が書いてるやつや。
sincerely appreciate the gesture, and I will make certain he gets the message.
部屋番号と電話番号書いてるやつや。
Yes, sir?
ちょっと嫌いじゃないです。
Poirot, you were gone such a long time.
It proved more challenging than I expected.
This is wonderful. Did it require the use of your
こいつ
little
も
grey
知ってんの
Cells,
か、灰色の
more
脳
the
細胞。
exercise of my little taste buds.
Thank you so much, my friend. Eat your dessert. You've earned it.
めっちゃ見られてる。ぼやかってるけど。しゃーなしやるかーっつって。お。お前が犯人だ。
Good evening. My name is Ratchet. I think that I have the pleasure of speaking to Mr. Hercule Poirot. Is that so?
You have been correctly informed, monsieur.
Your exploits are well known on my side of the Atlantic. In my country, we come to the point quickly. Mr. Poirot, I want you to take on a job. Are you interested in earning a lot of money?
My clientele, monsieur, is limited nowadays. I undertake very few cases.
Why, naturally. I understand that. But this, Mr. Poirot, means big money. Big money.
ビッグマネー2回言うたよ。アメリカーナ社長年の62だな。正解。この年齢当てるのめっちゃおもろいわ。
What is it you wish me to do for you, monsieur Ratchet?
Mr. Poirot, I am a rich man. A very rich man.
I'm rich
Men
man
in that
出たよ。
position have enemies. I have an enemy.
Monsieur, in my experience, when a man is in a position to have, as you say, enemies, then it does not usually resolve itself into one enemy only.
Yes, I appreciate that point. Enemy or enemies, it doesn't matter. What does
どうで
matter
もいいん
is
かい。
my safety. My life has been threatened, Mr. Poirot. Now, I'm a man who can take pretty good care of himself. But as I look at it, a little insurance wouldn't hurt. And remember, big money.
I regret, monsieur, that I cannot oblige you.
What's wrong with my proposition?
If you will forgive me for being
あな
personal,
たの人相が気
I
に
do
入ら
not
ない。
like your face, Mr. Ratchet. Now,
言うた
if you
顔
wouldn't
嫌い
mind,
言うた。
I'd like to finish my coffee peacefully.
わあ、そら腹かくわ。腹かいた。怒ってまう。顔が嫌い。顔が嫌い言うてもうたな。ちょっとシェフデートしよう。シェフ今からちょっとデートしよう。ちょっとストーカー的に。どうくんかあー遊んでくれんか。飛び降りるないか。ワンチャン寝るか。ないな。これいけないの。あ、貨物車か。なんだよ。さあ、これで寝たら誰か死ぬだろう。バーって書いてある。なんかバカらしいな。日本語訳。
A nightcap, Monsieur Poirot?
A cup of coffee, Monsieur Fauché. Then I will retire to my new compartment.
I am sure you will find it to be most comfortable.
なぜ最適な部屋とお前が知っている。ははん、さてはお前、入ったな、俺の部屋に。
We have stopped?
Yes, sir. Belgrade Station. If you'd like to go out and get some fresh air, now is the time. The train leaves at 9:15.
No, I see that it is snowing. I
新
will
鮮な
not
空気が
seek
必要あ
out
り
the
ま
fresh
せん。
air.
Probably a wise decision. May I suggest a chocolate to accompany your coffee? It is produced by my father, the best chocolatier in Switzerland.
I would never refuse a chocolate with such high recommendation.
I know you will enjoy it, and please let me know if there is anything else you require.
すげえ特別待遇だな。す スイス、バテン、年はそうだな、日八で。
That's the right
そう
answer.
ね、原作知ってればなんだろうけどね。
Everything was
知らん
perfect.
から
Thank
こ
you
その
very
面
much.
白さみたい
My
な。
pleasure. Is there anything you require, monsieur?
No, merci.
なんかいいじゃん。この前振りがこの強烈な感じ
I thought
嫌いじゃ
you
ない
left
ぜ。
us. You said you were getting off at Belgrade.
You
Baka.
misunderstood me.
But, man, your baggage. It's gone.
It has been moved into another compartment, that is all.
Oh, I see.
失礼なやつだな。どうしてもらっていいか。3人並ぶか。あ、昔なんかこういうゲームなかったっけ？対決みたいな。お、
I wish you a
Whoa.
good night, Monsieur Poirot.
Good night.
びっくりするわ。こんなとこにおったらびっくりするだろ、開けてすぐ。すぐトイレに入りたがる。トイレ越しに見る。こんなことしてる場合じゃない。
I hope you'll sleep well and that your head will be better in the morning.
It is just the cold. I'm now making myself.
はいはい。お、俺が気になるチャビン。こいつもチャビンなんだな。後頭部。
Monsieur Ratchet seems very upset.
我が部屋。やあ。まあまあいい部屋だな。寝る。
Ah, finally a real bed fit for a king or a very tired detective.
パジャマに着替えてる。いいね。こっちなんだ。あーいいね。お、お、
Monsieur Ratchet?
Ce n'est rien, je me suis trompé.
ちょっと123なんだな。あ、16、17知らんけど。寝る。寝ちゃいかんだろ。え？着替えれない。着替えれないの。寝る。死んだなあいつ。115。タクシーなし。LINE なし。
Good night, madame.
The American lady?
Yes, don't worry. You'll know how Mrs. Hubbard is. Imagine to yourself the time I have had with her. She insists, but insists, that there is a man in her compartment. Just imagine it, monsieur. In a space of this size, where would he conceal himself? I argue with her. I point out that it is impossible. She insists. She woke up and there was a man there. And how, I ask, did he get out? And leave the door bolted behind him? But she will not listen to reason.
That one does not leave time to listen. The train has stopped, Mr. Michel?
We have run into a snowdrift. Heaven knows how long we shall be here. I remember once being snowed in for 7 days.
Where are we?
Between Vinkovsky and
Vinkovsky to
Brod.
Brod. Oh la la.
It's time for me to go back to bed.
Oh la la.
I wish you a good night, monsieur. Or what is left of it.
ネイル。ネイル。ちょいちょい起こされるな。どれ？ちょいちょい起こされるわ。さあ事件ですよ。もう絶対いけんじゃん。
The train is still stuck and the snow
雪止んでるじゃん。
continues to fall. I should have taken an airplane. Well, I must make the best of it and join the other passengers for breakfast. The train still hasn't left.
なんもない？なんもない？なんもないの？なんもないんかい。寝る。もうないか。ああ、現在地がこれでわかるのか。へえ。あ、ここ我が家か。
Good morning, Monsieur Michel.
Good morning, sir. Please enjoy our special breakfast in our restaurant.
何人死んでるかな。
This delay is intolerable. I am supposed to be demonstrating the Firenze in Paris in 2 days.
Ah, your electric car. Yes, that's bad luck.
Bad luck? If I miss that demonstration, I'll be in a deep trouble.
Just text your people in Paris
Cross
and warn them.
clear.
Of course I tried that. But there is no
Zli.
network service in these mountains.
My daughter said it would be the easiest way in the world. Just sit on the train until I got to Paris. And now we may be here for days, and my boat sails the day after tomorrow. How am I going to catch it now? I can't even send an email to cancel it. Ah, I'm just too mad to talk about it.
My colleagues were to meet me in Paris. They will wonder what has happened to me. I can get no words to them. What will they think? We have refugees to help.
みんなお怒りですな。
Good morning, madam. The snow is a predicament, is it not?
I am Russian. Snow is no stranger to me.
Ah, the accent. Would it be St. Petersburg?
You are very perceptive. Monsieur Poirot, is it not?
And may I take it, I have the honor of addressing Princess Natalia Dragomirov.
We
Natalia
dispense with the
Dragomirov.
old titles these days. My husband, all of my past, was taken from me by these Stalinists. When they were gone, I became director of the St. Petersburg Museum of Antiquities to restore and preserve what I can of my country's history.
Still, the delay must be vexing.
If I must be late for my appointments, then they will wait.
I know that I would certainly wait, madame. It has been my extreme pleasure to make your acquaintance, madame.
Au revoir, Monsieur Poirot.
Mademoiselle, you are not concerned about the train stopping?
What can one do?
Indeed, this does not make the train move. You have great strength to remain calm at a time like this.
I know one far, far stronger than I.
And that is?
Well, that old lady, for instance. You have probably noticed her. She just has to lift her little finger and ask for something in a polite voice, and the whole train runs.
It runs also for my friend Monsieur Bouc, but that is because he is a director of the line, not because he has a masterful character.
You don't have to have a strong will when you have power. But I suspect I did not need to tell you that, Mr.
Poirot.
Mr. Poirot.
Good morning, Mr. Fauché. You have
めっ
early
ちゃ喋るやん、こいつ
customers.
朝から。うっとうしい
I'm
わ。
stuck serving here as well at breakfast. Everyone is impatient. They keep complaining that the train is not moving. As if I could get out and push it.
It's too early for me to order a boxcar. That is the appropriate drink, I believe.
A gin, triple sec, lemon and grenadine mix. A drink for a train indeed.
But not perhaps for my breakfast. I think I will settle for an omelette.
Good luck, sir. Miss Nielsen is helping to serve in the dining car.
ニルセンちゃん。ニルセンちゃん、デートしよう。ニルセンちゃん。
How long are we expected to be stranded here?
It won't do much good complaining to me. That fellow there with the moustache, he may know something.
Excusez-moi, sir.
Yes?
Monsieur Bouc asks for you to join him in compartment 203.
お、ついに来たか。飯
Look
食わせ
here,
ろや。
Poirot. Can you tell us anything?
I can tell you the snow, it will not move aside on its own.
Of course. But you obviously have some influence with Bouc.
I am going to see him now. I will ask him if he has any information.
自分で聞けやって思うけどね。あっち行ったこっち行ったしなきゃいけないな。おもろいけどね、このゲーム。扉多すぎる。20ちゃん。いたいた、ブーちゃん。どうした、ブーちゃん。
My good friend, come in. We have need of you.
What has occurred?
A passenger lies dead in his bed, stabbed.
A passenger? Which passenger?
In there. He's an American, a man called Ratchet. It was his valet masterman who was worried that Mr. Ratchet was not awake yet. Pierre Michel, the conductor, decided to break in and found the body.
I see. Well, my friend, I think it is best not to touch anything and wait for the police to arrive.
Oh, I tried to call the police, but there is no cell tower for many kilometers. We could be stuck in the snow for hours. The murderer is with us. On the train, now. The sooner we catch him, the sooner we'll be out of danger. Dr. Constantine is already examining the body.
Mon ami, this is not a missing train ticket. We must follow procedure. We must wait for the police to secure the crime scene.
Please, Poirot. I will take full responsibility.
Book, you ask. Well, if we cannot contact the outside world, then... Oh, you are going to drive me crazy. In truth, this problem intrigues me. I was reflecting not half an hour ago that many hours of boredom lay ahead whilst we are stuck here. And now, a problem lies ready to my hand.
You accept then?
C'est entendu. You place the matter in my hands.
あー、殺人事件来たー。
Mr. Poirot, I am Dr. Constantine.
Forgive me, Doctor. You are a medical examiner?
No, but I have assisted in post-mortems at Nairobi Hospital, where I am a teaching fellow.
I am familiar with your excellent institution.
I do not intend to perform a full autopsy, but a preliminary examination should be of some use.
Of course. May I have a look? Then we can compare notes.
Please, if you need any help, I won't be far away.
ナイロビはケニアだよね。で、 医師47歳。
I'm right again. That happens.
きたー。腕毛チェック。
The watch is broken. The hands are stopped at 1:15 a.m. One would expect that to be the time when the attack occurred.
裏になんかあったりしないか。
As you see, the victim has been stabbed many times. Several alone would have been fatal.
Yes, I agree. An attack most savage.
I will, of course, prepare a complete report on my findings.
Thank you. I'll take
ここに
photos.
行きます。写真を撮ろう。何箇所刺されて、めっちゃ刺されてんな。お、バナナ。
Did it belong to a ratchet?
エグゾティックバップ。これは防虫スプレーですな。
This phone was deliberately smashed.
同じ携帯使ってる仲間。
I'm sure I will find some interesting things inside. I'm sure I will find some interesting things inside.
何も入ってねえじゃねえか。お、これは自由。
Last night, Monsieur Ratchet said he takes precautions. I see now what he meant. He knew he was in danger and wanted to be ready. Yet it was no use to him. I will leave it here for the police.
トカレフ。嘘です。なんだっけ、17だっけ。あとは素足。この足毛はまさか小刻みに震えるコンスタンティノス。こいつでは。あとはハンケチ。
A handkerchief. There's a letter H embroidered on it.
H のやつ。H のハンカチ。こんなもんかい？お、まだ見れる。
I wonder what could be in this photo. I wonder what.
これは中国のドラえもんではない。イエス、パズルきた。これめっちゃむずくない？回転できるじゃん。ずれる。このずれは何？まあいいや。超ずれるんだけど。これもうちょい上か。出すっていうんだけど。 もうちょい上だな。こうだな。こうだな。胴体ダフ。こうか。あ、違うな。こうか。出す。出す。出す。にゃんちゅー。
For Daisy.
Interesting.
My little gray cells did not let.
きたー。ぬいぐるみの写真きたー。おー。違う。違う。違う。わかんねえな。さすがにか。アルマスリープ、睡眠薬だな。シャワーは浴びれない。
Where can the killer have gone? This door communicates with compartment 204. The latch is
部屋が
open
つな
on
がっ
this
てんだ。
side.
おお、コロロンが来たね。コロロンが来たね。お、トランク。アリスは1000本の花が咲く森を歩いていました。彼女はブーケを作るために10本摘みました。突然ブーケが蝶に変化し、地面の花が増殖し始めた。180本になった。違うわ。99900。ちょっと待って。計算。188。違うわ。計算ができない。電卓。1000-10かける2。違う。
世界最大のナーフと
ちょっと待って。
発射させるってわけ。本体を分解してみると部品は87個、13個のバネと髪の毛サイズのなに力
ちょっと待って、なんか電卓が壊れちゃった。AC、1000-10、990イコール 990×2、1980。OK。
Expensive clothing, recently laundered.
意外とイクイク惜しかったのに。悪魔。
Not very surprising.
よし、これは
Not
俺のものということで。For each person hunt, you will suffer the same harm. Your death is near. We never forget.
Unusual letter, this.
ああ。お前の命は、俺が狙ってる的なことか。永遠に。お前は死と隣り合わせじゃ、的な話か。なるほどね。脅迫文ってことね。
だと思います。あれ？
うさぎちゃん。
めちゃめちゃ前にかなり参考させてもらってるんですけど、多分そうだよね。
AW ニコル。
Meeting place on the back of a postcard. Someone with the initials AW. Ratchet had an appointment he will never keep.
もう筆記体が読めない。わかんない。
I shouldn't leave until I have finished inspecting the.
あ、なんかあった今。これは
The chain lock is broken. Monsieur Michel told me that he broke the chain on the door to get into the room.
Hmm. もうないか
The snow is falling only lightly this morning. The murderer would have left tracks in the snow if he had jumped out the window.
I'm sorry, Doctor, but I must question you.
Of course. I must be considered under suspicion like everyone else.
May I know your movements last night?
I share compartment 101 with Mr. Book. He would not stop talking about his beloved train. I listened to him for hours talking about his Orient Express.
My friend Book will no doubt confirm this. Did you know the victim?
Not at all. I noticed him last night at dinner, but I did not pay much attention.
Did you touch anything in here this morning?
I checked for a pulse. There was none. Rigor mortis had commenced. The body was cool to the touch. I touched nothing else.
What can you tell me about the victim?
He died from multiple stab wounds of varying angles and depth. More than one would have been fatal. I would place the time of death roughly between midnight and 2 a.m. With more time, I hope I can be more precise.
I assume the open window complicates matters.
Indeed. Conditions are not perfect.
Thank you for your help, Doctor.
よし。窓は開いている。犯人がラチェットの家から逃げ出した方法としてこれとこれか
I do not think that's the right answer. I must admit I'm not right this time.
内側から施錠させたら、できなかっただろう。
So, the murderer must have
マダム・ハワードの部屋を通って逃げたことになる。
That's the right answer.
お ちゃうのか。
I'm right again. That happens to me.
じゃあ2人に話を聞けと。めっちゃ震えてる。行ってきまーす。え、まだあんのなんか。ん？204。そういえばなんか言ってたな。知らない男がいたって。何これ、あと何すんの？
The chain locks you. I shouldn't leave until I.
あと何すんの
Explain.
これか。殺人事件の夜に起こった出来事の解明に役立つそう。
Think, Poirot. That is not a good answer.
睡眠薬を飲んでいた。
I must admit I'm not right this time.
これか。
No, not good.
違う。あ、これで、こういうことか。で、こうか。違う。
But I'm never far from the truth.
警戒心を持っていたのに睡眠薬を飲んでいるってことか。
I can't imagine Ratchet taking a sleeping pill if he feared for his life. Et voilà.
なるほど。こいつといつか。
That was easy.
で、103、102。OK。
I think I've seen everything I need at the moment.
Yeah,
I'm
that was
counting
it.
on you to finish your analysis.
I'll have a more detailed report for you as soon as I can.
So, Poirot, did you find anything out?
It's a bit early for the handcuffs, my friend. Even for Hercule Poirot. Do not worry, mon ami. I believe our culprit has no plans to strike again. Monsieur Ratchet was the target. Of that I am convinced. Tell me, Book, how did you spend last night?
This is a joke, I hope. Don't you trust your old friend?
My friend, calm yourself. I must hear your story in order to corroborate other accounts.
Ah, naturally. Let me see. I went to my compartment after dinner. Dr. Constantine was already there. We talked about his career. He's a Cambridge man, you know. After university, he returned to his country and has done much good there. He was so interested in the Orient Express. I told him all the anecdotes I know. I'm not certain when we fell asleep, but it was very late.
Here is what I have found out. Monsieur Ratchet was stabbed many times. I also found threatening letters in his safe. He had a loaded gun under his pillow, so he was on guard, ready to defend himself. However, there was an empty glass with white residue at the bottom. I suspect a barbiturate. Perhaps he was forced to take it. In any case, I am certain he was unconscious, unable to defend himself. I also found several other items at the crime scene, possibly related to the murder. They must be investigated.
By all means, Poirot. As fast as you can.
I also found liquid for an electronic cigarette, but I could not find a vape. This might belong to the murderer.
This criminal is an amateur.
I need a list of the passengers with their compartment numbers.
Pierre Michel will have it.
I must interview the rest of the passengers and the staff.
I'll be in the bar car if you need me. We are hours late. Soon I hope help will arrive.
とりあえずおばちゃん
Good
いて
morning,
る
madam. I am Hercule Poirot.
Caroline Hubbard. What can I do for you, Mr. Poirot?
I am the bearer of unfortunate news.
It's obvious with all the commotion that something has happened.
Madame Hubbard, I am afraid your neighbor, Monsieur Ratchet, was murdered last night.
Oh my God! I knew it! I knew it!
I would like to ask you some questions, but first, may I inspect your room?
Of course, yes, you must.
Hmm. アメリカ人管理者60歳 違う
Not good.
I was visiting my daughter. She works at the American Embassy in Istanbul. I told her she'd never find a husband there. Since I wanted to see Paris on my way home, she told me I should take this high-class train. I can't wait to see Paris. It looks beautiful in the movie.
I must admit I'm not right this time.
I was visiting my daughter. She works at the American Embassy in Istanbul. I told her she'd never find a husband there. Since I wanted to see Paris on my way home, she told me I should take this high-class train. I can't wait to see Paris. It looks beautiful in the movies, but it couldn't be more beautiful than
アメ
Schenectady
リカよ
and the
ね
good
やっぱ
old
これアメリカ
US
人だ
of
よ
A.
こうか
I'm right again. That... Madame, please tell me about last night.
The murderer was right here in my compartment. I woke up. All in the dark it was. I was just so scared I couldn't scream. I pressed the call button. I pressed and pressed. I heard footsteps running in the corridor, then a knock on my door. Come in, I screamed. And I switched on the lights at the same time. And would you believe it? There wasn't a soul there.
You think he went back into the other compartment?
How do I know where he went? I had my eyes shut tight. The conductor came in. I told the man what had happened, and he didn't seem to believe me. I asked him to search the room, but he found nothing. I told the conductor to look at the door between the compartments, and sure enough, it wasn't bolted. Well, I soon saw to that. I told him to bolt it, then and there.
How is it you didn't bolt the door between the two compartments?
But I had. Well, as a matter of fact, I asked that Swedish lady, Olsen, Greta, if it was bolted, and she said it was.
How was it you could not see for yourself?
I was already in bed, and my toiletry bag was hanging on the hook of the door. I couldn't see the latch from where I was.
What time was it when you asked her to do this for you?
Oh, it must have been around 10:30 or 10:45 p.m. She'd come along to see if I had an aspirin. But instead of opening my door, she opened Mr. Ratchet's door by mistake. He said something quite rude, like, "Not a chance, lady, you're too old." It shocked her. She came in. I told her where to find the aspirin, and she got it out of my toiletry bag. poor girl. She didn't have a good night.
The same could be said for Monsieur Ratchet. It appears Mademoiselle Olsen may be the last person to see Ratchet alive.
Each.
Is this your handkerchief?
No, not at all.
Yet it is embroidered with an initial H, like your name.
I don't care. It's not mine, and I would certainly never buy something so impractical as that frilly thing.
Are you a smoker?
No, definitely not. Filthy.
きついわ、最悪の習慣や。
I have not finished inspecting your room. If you don't mind.
おボタン
Here is a
ダメだよ
jacket
ね。
button.
ジャケ
It
ッ
bears
トボタ
the
ン。
logo of the Orient Express.
うん。
The luxury of the Orient Express is present in every
パ
detail.
コ。パコ。何これ拾う。日用品バッグ。
This door connects to Monsieur Ratchet's compartment. It was latched on this side. Let's see if Mrs. Hubbard was telling the truth about the latch of the connecting door. This hook is probably where Mrs. Hubbard hung her toiletry bag.
うん。
I can see the latch very well from here, even with the toiletry bag attached. I'll have to clear that up with Mrs. Hubbard. Mrs. Hubbard, you told me that the door connecting the two compartments was closed, correct?
Yes, it was, as I told you. I was already in bed and my toiletry bag was hanging on the hook of the door. I couldn't see the latch from where I was. That's why I asked Miss Olsen to check if it was closed.
解決。
Are you sure everything you've told me is accurate, Madame Hubbard?
Of course. I have an excellent memory.
Mrs. Hubbard, I tested putting your
も
toiletry
うずっ
bag
と
on
かか
the
って
door
ますけ
hook
ど。
as you told me. From your bed, you can easily see the latch on the door. The toiletry bag does not hide the latch at all.
Are you saying I'm lying? It may have been stuck somehow in a different position, or I may not have seen it in the darkness. Or I didn't think to look, you irritating man.
Details matter, madame. A man has been most savagely murdered. You will excuse me if I attempt to separate the truth from the false.
Forget my toiletry bag and focus on who entered my compartment. Probably after killing Mr. Ratchet.
Madame Hubbard is a force to be reckoned with, but I suspect I'm not done with her. I found a jacket button on your table. It looks like it belongs to a train employee. The button bears the logo of the Orient Express.
Well, of course the conductor came in last night, but he didn't go near that table.
Still, it's a safe bet that it belongs to the conductor. I'll check his jacket later, to be sure. Thank you for your assistance, madame.
これでいいのか？もうなんもないか？なんもなさそうやな。そうか。あと話聞くのはあいつか。
Monsieur Michel, I must ask you a few questions if you don't mind.
I will do everything I can to help.
First of all, tell me about yourself.
Very well. My name, as you know, is Pierre Michel.
出身はカレーです。唐揚げの方です。唐揚げカレーです。カレーはフランスだっけ？ カナダかな。召使い。
Think,
違う
Poirot.
か。
That is-
カナダか。
I do not think that's the.
管理者なのか、こいつ。
This is wrong. No, no, no.
フランスか、やっぱ。
That was easy.
これ国のこと知らんと結構厳しいな。
Can you provide me with a listing of the passengers and their rooms, please?
Yes, certainly.
うわー、文字が多い。人が多い。はい。
Are you a smoker?
Indeed.
Do you smoke e-cigarettes?
No. Tobacco only.
街なんてわかるかよ、マジで。ある程度、地理に詳しくないとわからんね。
I would like to reconstruct with your help the events of last night. Monsieur Ratchet retired to bed. When?
Almost immediately after dinner, sir. Actually, before we left Belgrade.
Did anybody go into his compartment after that?
His valet, monsieur. Monsieur Masterman. And then his secretary, the young American gentleman. Monsieur McQueen.
And that is the last time you saw
マックイー
or
ンさ
heard
ん
of him?
目白の方で、目白
You
の方
forget
で。
that Monsieur Ratchet rang his bell around 12:40 a.m., soon after we had stopped. I knocked at the door, but he called out in French, "Ce n'est rien, je me suis trompé." I then left to answer another bell that had just rung.
Where were you at 1:15 a.m.?
I was sitting on my little seat at the end of the car, facing up the corridor.
Are you sure?
I left a little after 1 a.m. to speak about the snow with my colleague Jean in the bar car. I came back later. There was a call. I remember speaking to you.
Indeed, I remember. Carry on.
It was the American lady, Madame Hobart. She thought she saw a man in her compartment. Then around 1:50 a.m., I made the bed for Monsieur Ratchet's secretary, Monsieur McQueen. He had spent the evening talking with the English Captain Arbuthnot. At 2 a.m., I returned to my place and stayed there until dawn.
What is the last station where we stopped?
Vinkovsky.
Could someone
ビン
have
コ
come
スキー、
on
ビン
board?
コスキーってどこだ？
Possibly. I was very busy. Owing to the weather, we were a few minutes late. We left at 12:10 a.m.
I found a button from an Orient Express staff jacket. Did you lose one by any chance?
No, monsieur. As you can see, I have all my buttons. It is not mine.
お前じゃねえのか。借金ミッシェル氏の行動。いやー、話聞いてなかったな。これが多分最後だな。こうか。違うわ。こうか。こうなって、こうか
I must admit, I
違
was
う。
right this time.
これがこう。これがこう。こう。
Think, Poirot. That is not a good answer.
覚えてねえよ。
No, no, no.
これ結構後なんだよね、確か。ここか。 で、こう来て、こうか。いやー、覚えてなかった割になんとなくでいった。
I'm right again.
犯人がどうやってミッシェル氏から目撃が免れたか。持ち場にいない。タバコ吸ってた。違うのか。タバコ吸ってたわけじゃないのか。止まって。
Think,
違う。
That is not a good answer.
これとこれか。シャキーン。はい、来た。
While Monsieur Michel was chatting with Monsieur Fauchet in the bar car between 1 a.m. and 2 a.m., the murderer could have escaped Ratchet's room without being seen. That was easy.
Easy game. ハバード夫人は違うでしょう。
This is the most likely answer.
ミッシェルもエレファントだから違うでしょう。
Very well, I choose to go this way.
ってなると、部下2人のどっちかが怪しい。で、気弱な黄色マンじゃない方か。ツルッパの方がちょっと怪しい。どうだっけ。これか。じゃあ、ふわんって。これが見たかった。黄色ちゃん、メジロマックイーンが102号室で、ツルッパがサクサコ。ツルッパー。
Monsieur Edward Masterman, I believe. May I ask you some questions?
I can barely talk. I have a terrible toothache.
We have a doctor on board the train. Perhaps...
I do not need a doctor. I use essential oils. If you can find my flask of clove oil in my box, I would be grateful.
Fine. If you insist, I will help you.
By the smell, I think that the jojoba oil spilled on the other bottles, leaving their labels illegible. I must find another way to find which one is Masterman's toothache remedy. The weighing scale is soaked in jojoba oil. It's unusable.
Jojoba oil.
Ah, this old scale will do the job.
出たわけのわからん小瓶。
To start, I must first arrange the vials from the lightest to the heaviest.
はい。これはこっちが重い。で、こっちが軽い。こっちが重い。で、こっちが重い。こっちが重い。あ、間違えた。いいや。これが一番軽いっていう判断になる。ってことは、こうやね。これで OK？ あ、違うわ。こっちの方が重いんだ。
Now that I know the order, I think that I can easily guess which one is the clove oil.
レモン。クローブオイルか。ってことは3番目。
Here is Monsieur Masterman's remedy. Here is your remedy. I hope it will help.
Thank you very much, sir.
こんなもんで歯の痛さ治るんか。
Ah, well, I can finally speak without too much pain. I'm ready to answer your questions.
You are Monsieur Ratchet's valet?
Yes, sir, that is correct.
Were you told that your employer was murdered?
Yes, sir. A very shocking occurrence.
ああ、ちゃうそう。ミッション。筋って召使いなのかな。ねえ、速攻性すごすぎるだろ。よし。
That was easy.
だってなんだっけオイルでしょあれ。
At what hour did you last see Monsieur Ratchet?
It must have been around 9 p.m., sir. That or a little after. I went to bed around 10:30 p.m., same as the person who shares my room, Mr. Foscarelli. He almost immediately began snoring.
What did you do then?
I read, sir, and I spent a while soothing my toothache with clove oil and listening to the snoring.
Did you hear anything during the night?
Yes, my roommate's snoring.
Are you a smoker?
Yes, sir. I have a cigarette now and then to relax.
Tell me about your employer, Monsieur Ratchet.
I've been working for him for 9 months. I should not wish to speak ill of the dead.
まあまあ新参者9ヶ月しか働いてない。
You know that he had enemies?
Yes, sir.
39歳新卒新規中途採用。
Did he mention these letters to you?
He had been reading a letter when I came in. He asked me if I was the one who put it in his compartment. I told him that I had done no such thing and he should report it to the police at the next station.
How did he respond?
He laughed, sir.
You're joking.
I do not joke, sir.
Forgive me, I can see you do not. Was he taking sleeping pills?
Always when traveling by train, sir. He said he couldn't sleep otherwise. Last night he asked me to give him 2. I did so along with a glass of water. He dissolved them in the water.
Did you see him drink the water?
No, sir. I left right after I gave him the pills.
Was Monsieur Ratchet a smoker?
No. He finds smokers disgusting.
Can you tell me again why you gave sleeping pills to Monsieur Ratchet?
Yes. I gave him the pills because when he takes the train, he has trouble sleeping. The letter must have worried him. He specifically asked me to prepare the sleeping pills. I didn't see him drink the water with the pills in it.
薬なしでは寝れないからです。嘘、みんなに嘘つかれてるやんこいつ。これは怪しいよね。脅迫状の件もありましたし、脅迫状があったら寝れんだろう。そっか、寝れないから睡眠薬。
No way to prove he's lying. What evidence can help me prove he's lying? I have no way.
これか。
I believe you are not telling me the truth.
What? How can you say that?
あんまりよく見てなかったわ。
We heard Monsieur Ratchet call out during the night around 20 to 1. It's doubtful he called out after he took the sleeping pills, but it's possible he took them later.
He asked me to make his drink for him. Maybe he drank it later.
That's true, but it doesn't explain why Ratchet would want to take sleeping pills later that night. How could he ask you for sleeping pills when he had a meeting written in his agenda?
I am very sure he had no meeting planned for the middle of last night.
Masterman is right. The meeting in his agenda was not that day. He received threatening letters. One, it seems, last night. Did you know he had a gun?
under his pillow, and even asked for my help to watch over him. I find it strange that he asked you for sleeping pills when he was afraid for his life and prepared to defend himself.
I'm sure I don't know. Maybe to calm his nerves, maybe out of habit.
It makes no sense.
Wait, please. Isn't it possible that Mr. Ratchet asked me to prepare the pills, but didn't plan to drink them for some reason?
It is possible. But I am a student of character, monsieur, and the Monsieur Ratchet you describe is not the man I met.
If you'll excuse me, my toothache is getting worse again.
I'm afraid this time you must prepare your own clove oil.
お、ちょっと怒ってる。そう、下流階級名。すぐ嘘つかれるんだからこいつ。待ち構えてるイエローマン。
I believe I am addressing Monsieur Hector McQueen.
Guilty as charged.
有罪確定。
Oh, sorry. Just an expression. My father.
有罪確定。
You must have had an interesting childhood. I am Hercule Poirot.
そんな口癖あるか。有罪確定。
You are Monsieur Ratchet's secretary?
I am Mr. Ratchet's secretary. Just over a year. I mainly take care of translating certain texts for him. Mr. Ratchet only speaks English.
Prepare yourself for a shock. Your employer, Monsieur Ratchet, is dead.
So they got him after all.
What do you mean?
こいつは知ら
You
され
are
てなかった。
assuming he was murdered?
I know he had enemies.
What can you tell me about Monsieur Ratchet?
He was American. He was an
盗
antiques
品ディーラー
dealer.
だった。
I don't know much more. Mr. Ratchet never talked about himself or his life, but I think Ratchet wasn't his real name. And he left the United States to run away from something or someone.
Yes?
He started getting letters, threatening letters.
Do you still have them?
I have one.
Did you know that Monsieur Ratchet had asked for my help?
Asked you? No, I didn't know.
He knew he was in danger. When did you last see him?
Last night around 10 o'clock, I should say.
Did you like your employer, Monsieur McQueen?
No, I did not. He was, I'm sure, a cruel and dangerous man.
まあ
Can you tell me your movements last night?
I went back to my compartment. I read a little. In Belgrade, I went out onto the platform to smoke, but it was cold. I quickly went back in. I then went to Mr. Ratchet's compartment to take some dictation for him. I left around 10 o'clock. I saw Captain Arbuthnot. We ended up chatting in my compartment. Then we went out on the platform to quickly stretch our legs at Vinkovsky. He left around 2 o'clock.
Thank you. I will need to check Monsieur McQueen's story with Captain
ってことはこいつはその時間にいなかったってこと
I
なんだな。
found a diary in Monsieur Ratchet's safe. Did you know about it?
I kept a business appointment book, but I know he had a personal diary as well. That looks like it.
Are you a smoker?
Yes, I smoke cigarettes. I've tried to quit, but no luck.
Can you give me this letter, please?
Of course, here it is.
篠崎超シンプル。
Was Monsieur Ratchet a smoker?
No, he hated the smell of smoke.
ちなみにラチェットって我々の篠崎我々のね業界ではねガチャガチャと呼ばれますね。ラチェットはこいつか。ラチェットの殺人があったあるフランス語を話していたようだ。殺人の例はミッシェル氏との遭遇から興味深い予想。
I do not think that's the right answer.
あー、これでこうか。英語は話せないのにフランス語のうんちゃらかんちゃらか。で、こういうことか。
Think, Poirot, that is not a good answer.
こうか。うん。ラチェットが37分にまだ生きてるように見せかけた。
The murderer may have impersonated Ratchet by calling
ラチェットの声を真似てミスター・ミシェルを呼んだ。
Ratchet was still alive at 12:37 a.m. I'm right again.
ってことは、イエローが、ラチェットは睡眠薬を飲む、部屋に入る、殺す、銃を枕元に隠す。最も高い仮説。ラチェットの部屋に入る、ナイフで殺す、生きてると見せかけてミッシェルを呼ぶ。窓を開けて逃走する。これでしょ。
My little gray cells did.
マックイーンとマスターマン。俺的にはイエローが怪しいんだけどな。ちょっと待って。ちょっと待とう。イエローが怪しい。両方怪しい。我が家だよね。お、前屈。めっちゃ見てる。足の指毛濃いわーって見てる。他にはいねえのかよ。容疑者は。
So, my friend, have you found our killer?
Not yet, but I will tell you what I have learned.
Please.
Our assassin could have gotten on the train at Vinkovsky disguised as a conductor, entered Ratchet's room and killed him. Then he walked out through Madame Hubbard's connecting door, where he lost a button from his jacket. He had to wait for Monsieur Michel to be absent. He waited too long. The train had left the station.
He was trapped aboard.
Indeed. He had opened the window to make it look that he'd escaped that way. However, if he waited until the train stopped again due to snow, his footprints would have been found.
The murderer is still among us, on the train.
There's a problem with the second-class toilets.
What now?
All morning passengers have been complaining that the door is locked, so I went to check. I knocked, but no one answered. I didn't think I should open it without speaking to you first.
You did well, Monsieur Michel. Lead the way.
お、解決もしてない
I
の
used
に。
my master key.
まさき。わあ。
Who is she? Is she alive?
She is breathing.
Then if she's dead, isn't she our murderer?
That, my friend, is what we must find out.
ちょっととりあえず服脱がして。
The ticket reads Joanna Locke, traveling in compartment
ちょっと
105.
もう。
Ticket reads ticket.
ティキットリース。ジョアンナ。
Miss, can you hear me?
She's breathing. Her pulse is strong. There is no sign of physical violence. This woman is sleeping very soundly.
じゃあ、あんなちょっと、
This woman is sound asleep. Given her location, I would say she has been drugged and deposited here.
Well, at least it's not another murder on my train.
The train is, of course, full.
Monsieur, the list I gave you indicates that Hildegard Schmidt shares her
ヒルデ、
I
ヒ
will
ル
want
デ
to
カル
talk
デ
to her
ミシュ
later.
シュミット。
For now, we will concentrate on this mysterious young
そう、
lady.
この
Let's
若い
return her to her
女の
more
子に集中しない
comfortable
と。
bed.
Good idea. Pierre, locate this woman's room and
ベ
fetch
ッド
the
に寝
doctor.
かして、
Yes,
ちょ
sir.
っと衣服を
I
衣
will
服を
question
脱がさない
her
と
when she
怪我して
wakes
るか
up.
もしれない。
Please, let me know what
や
you
ましい
learn.
気持ちなんてないから。
Mademoiselle Locke's compartment is 105. I suggest we return her to her more comfortable bed.
Yes, hopefully she will awaken soon.
部屋に移動したらブーちゃんはちょっと外出てもろて、ちょっとマウスとマウスをお前どっか行けや。お前どっか行けや。ちょっとお前空気読めや、お前よ。空気読めて。空気読めてマジで。そういうんじゃねえから。空気読めって。お前合コンとか行ったことあるべ。空気読めて。腕組みじゃねえんだよ、お前どっか行けや、お前。閉めろや、そこ寒いんだからよ。しゃあねえな。お、
A cup of tea with white residue at the bottom.
やられてんな。盛られてんな。まあ寒いだろうね。あ、違うわ。下着かと思った。何も探せないんだが。これしかねえんだが。ちょっと下着の色とか、そういうんじゃないから。出たー。箱。あ、ボタン1個ない。
And a wagon-lee conductor's jacket. And the button is missing.
そうね、カプスはちょっと大事よね。事件に関わってるかもしれない。ちょっとカプス書いてない？書いてないか。じゃあないな。ちょっと。赤変か。あかんか。ちょっと意外とマジでどうしていいかわからん状態になった。あとなんだ。あと何？きっと何か出てくるはず。彼女の部屋を探すって言ったってもうねえんだよな。ちょっとブラジャーだけ探したいな。違う、そういうんじゃないから。探すマークが出ないんだよ。ちょっともうここに書いてない？これも1個しかないもんな。ちょっと待ってよ。 マジでなんもねえんだが。ちょっとマジで積んだ。ちょっと、お前マジでどっか行かん？マジでどっか行かん？もうちょっと1000円やるからどっか行かん？くっそ、あ、これは大人の女性ポーチでは。違うか。そんなこの部屋に何個もないぞ。4分の1って。チュアンナロック。チャプターごとで口ひげあんの？ショック。そう、マジでわからん。マジで、ちょっと、何なんも出ないんだが、マジで。せめてその数字だけでもなんかヒントないか。なんもない。行くじゃねえんだもん。マジで何も出ないんだけど。どっかなんかあるか？当たり判定が厳しいとか、そういうんじゃないんだよな。積んだな。ナエポヨだな。ちょっとマジなんもねえな。てか部屋狭すぎだろ。下の引き出しとかも開けれないしな。にゃーす。そうそう、入り口にさブーちゃんいるからさ、またブーちゃんがさ通してくんないんだよ。なんかあるか本当に。ガチでなんもねえ気がするけど。足元も洗面器もなんもない。大人のポーチも開けれない。チャンネルの服脱がすこともできない。人工呼吸もできない。この謎解けっていうのか。5桁なんかあったっけ？ 5 桁。ヒント。ヒント。スーツケースを調べ。スーツケース調べれるのか？調べれんじゃん。スーツケース。ど こにもねえよな。スーツケース。バストサイズ。
A briefcase and a wagon. A briefcase. A briefcase.
それマジでわからんわ。ロックのタンブラーから手応えを得る必要がある。意味がわからん。何言うとるこいつ。
A cup of.
ロックのタンブラーから。
A cup of.
タンブラー、ロックのタンブラーから。ロックのタンブラーどれだ？マジでわからんわ。積んだー。普通に教えてくれる。86249。
Have you tried 0000?
うっせえバケ。
So, Poirot, any luck so far? Poirot, I'm disappointed in you. I was certain you would have it by now.
あ、これを開けようとしたらあいつが喋りかけてくるってこと？お、銃持ってる。グロック。
She has a gun.
Come, Poirot. Criminals are often known to carry one.
Ratchet was stabbed, not shot.
17かな？
Then why
17だっ
take
け？
it on the train?
ちょっと弾の状態を見よう。ポン。
This badge says that Joanna Locke is an American detective with the Berkshire Police Department in Massachusetts.
An American police officer? Oh.
Mademoiselle Locke seems very interested in our victim.
Of course. She has studied her target.
Possibly.
お、キャビンとイエローも捜査対象だ。
Possibly.
捜査対象だったんですな。
Her driver's license confirms her identity. She is American.
These are
こんな
fake
ものの中
IDs.
に
It's certain.
運転免許証入れる？ある？
Her driver's.
These are fake.
偽造されたものだ。
Her driver's license.
These are.
お。
The stuffed animal is the same as in the photo found at the crime scene.
What a coincidence.
Mademoiselle Locke appears to have been investigating Monsieur Ratchet.
Look, she's waking up.
Thanks to you, I would not be surprised if our murder victim were also waking up.
What?
警察だったとは逃さなくてよかった。
What's all the yelling about?
Who are you? Give me a good reason why you should not be in handcuffs.
I can give you a reason, Book. Whose handcuffs will we use? I have none. Do you?
Well,
You are Joanna Locke, mademoiselle?
Yes, Joanna Locke. I'm a detective. Berkshire, Massachusetts Police.
I have found your credentials, mademoiselle.
And I know who you are, Mr. Poirot.
Then, if the introductions are complete, perhaps the explanations may begin.
I'll try. It's simple, really. I'm on the trail of a murderer.
I had just been promoted to detective after 5 years on patrol. It was my first time on a major case. It had been a month since Daisy Armstrong was kidnapped. The Armstrongs were desperate for some sign of hope. I was there only for paperwork, to fill in some blanks.
Easy. ちょっと新章突入ってところかな。まあ、今日はこの辺にしときましょうかね。もう3時間ぐらいやってる。よし。疲れちゃった。眠くなってきちゃった。いいし、まあまあ面白いゲームですよ。まあまあ。今日はこの辺で。また明日やろうかな。お疲れ様です。ライスくんまたねー。